Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Oh, I still need to switch my. There we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the round 2 of our Tier 1 racers. Today we have Imola. Our qualifying is starting 5 past 8, which is in exactly 7 minutes. Thus far, if you just want to talk a little bit in chat, you can. I'll keep an eye a little bit on him, but of course, most eye goes to the race. We have had some people leave from round 1 to round 2. This because, of course, the whole desync issue with Codemasters was in the past, and due to that, some people might have left, and some might have rejoined. Also, possibly due to some incidents in the past with some racers that could have caused a leave. But it's nice to say that we have filled up all the seats in Tier 1 again, and today, sadly, one will not be available at the race. Actually, 2 I would have just seen. Just checking through our sign up, and today our missing members will be Ishak and Elfie. Sadly, they won't make it, but probably others will. So we're looking for 18 drivers on the grid today. No, actually 19, because we have one reserve falling in, which is Dairosso. Dairosso is a reserve for Haas, which was Ishak. So we have 19 drivers on the grid today. We have a full qualifying because of that, because our rule is 16 more on the sign up available. That means full qualifying. Right now we're still waiting for the last people, so 5 more minutes till we start the race. It's gonna be an interesting race. We currently have 17 people in our lobby waiting until our host gives the green light of being ready, which is 5 past 8. Should be fast 5 past 8 at least. And then we're good to go for racing. We have currently 18 people in the lobby, with 1 spectator, which would be me. So that means we need 1 more member. If that member joins in late, that means his result will go will be marked invalid, because we want people to be on time. We have a strict policy of people being on time. Sometimes that can be tough, sometimes it's not. But rules are rules. We're waiting for 1 more member and 3 minutes until the race starts, so nothing more we can do right now than wait. There are some people here in the lobby that have 1 stripe of network connection, so that will be interesting how that will unfold. Let's hope there's not a lot of desync. Shouldn't be. Codis did patch the game, but there's always the possibility. Currently, we're still at 18 members, waiting for the 19th or the 5 pass mark. If the member doesn't make it to the 5 pass mark, that means his result will be marked invalid. That means 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes till the lobby closes and we are set for racing. There we go, we have the 19th member in the lobby, which means we're fully complete. And he had 1 minute to spare, so... 1 more minute and the lobby closes and we are set to go. I'm quite curious how this qualifying will unfold and how the race will unfold. Because there are still 32 laps of Imola, which is a 50% race. So that means 32 laps where hopefully all 19 people will drive through. Of course, due to incidents and all that, there could be that it's not all the 19 people. But we shall see. Right now, we're getting ready. The host gave the green flag. We're getting ready for racing. Here we go. 16 seconds, 15. And in 10 seconds, we're starting the qualifying. Get your popcorn, grab your drinks. Going racing. Q1 is being loaded as we speak. Here we go. Waiting for the last member to have their check mark loaded. When he is fully loaded in, we can start. There we go. Here we go. Loading complete. Alright. Round 2, Imola. We shall see what people will do. Let's first grab some extra data, shall we? The leader, give me, please, I don't need those details, but I do want the track minimap. There we go. Who will be the first one to go out on track? And the first one to go out on track is a Red Bull. Then an Aston Martin. Then an Alpine, then another Alpine. Then an Alpha Tauri, another Alpha Tauri. Williams. And Will be the first one to drive out on track. Here comes Will. Will be leading the act in the first qualifying session. If he goes over the line, we will know his first time and the time where others will probably go to fight for. Yeah, I can tell. I don't know what that is. Give me a second. Maybe I can fix it. Give me a second. Maybe this will help. That should probably help. Hopefully. Oh, we have our first yellow flags. Hopefully this will help, otherwise I don't know what's going on. There's still some laggy bits with there, so that's really weird. Alright. That is very unhandy, and I don't understand where that lag comes from. But either way, Will is on his hot lap, where a Haas just had a yellow flag. Now an Aston Martin, which just goes on the side. And I still don't understand why it's that laggy. Every sector now has a little flag because a yellow flag because people letting people by, which is good, which is nice. And here comes the first time, a 1:15.997 by Will. And Cabio Row, our host. No, not our host. Jeez. Cabio just drove another time. We'll give him second. Milo just drove a 1:15.816. Let me just give the fastest lap. That's easier for me to read out. Then Cabio Row just with a 1:16.070, and there comes Ollie with a 1:15.788, and Burbo has a 1:16.969. There comes Stasiu. What is it with Polish names? But Stasiu with a 1:15.113, heading out on the top right now. Tezzy with a 1:37.527. He probably had traffic, is my assumption. Then Recycled Afghan just has a 1:17.209. And Will going into the pits. He had his fast lap. And let's see what Di Rosso is doing. Di Rosso on an out lap, so he's not giving it full. Oh, Arthur is currently on his hot lap. Let's see what Arthur is doing, shall we? Let's drive on board. Going through the last corners. It would seem that he actually invalidated his lap. So he's going into the pits. Then we'll check Esfa on board. Going through his lap right now. He hasn't invalidated, so here he comes. A lot of flags for people to go out of the way. Let's hope he doesn't get traffic in the next turns, because there are some AlphaTauris in front of him. those Alpha Towers are on a hot lap, so I doubt that he will be on traffic. Although he is going quite fast. I think this will be a pole sitter right here. For now. Oh, not that. No. Alright. He got the 5th time in with a 1:15.939. Now Di Rosso is doing a lap. Let's see what he does. He has invalidated again. Yeah. He invalidated again. Will he go into the pits again? It's possible. We will go out of the way for Zizou, who is not on a hot lap. He is on a out lap. So we will go with Zizou. We will go with Zizou on board, seeing what kind of lap he is driving. And I will say turn up the volume and just enjoy the sounds. And he cuts off his lap. Currently, Ollie is still at the top of the leaderboard with a 1:14.961. So that does mean he improved. And Darosso just got his time in with a 1:16.086. Tom just had his time put in with a 1:16.612. And there comes Alex WBA with a 1:15.463. And we're going to look on board of Arthur, who has invalidated his lap again. Now on board of Carnage, shall we see what he will drive? He's almost at the finish. And here we see a 1:15.167 by Carnage. Wrestler just put his time down with a 1:15.088. And Simon is doing his hot lap now. As he reaches the entrance of Sector 3. Ooh, he just invalidated right there. That's a feel bad moment. Whereas Tazzy just flies past, who also invalidated his lap. And right now there's still 6 minutes and 30 seconds, well, 25 seconds in the session left. And as of currently, Burbo, Recycled Again, Tazzy, oh no wait, I read it wrong. I read from 15, which is incorrect, so Recycled Afghan, Tazzy, Arthur, and Simon, I think it's Simon actually, are currently in the dropout zone, whereas Tom currently is in the danger zone. Will Tazzy be able to improve himself? So far so good, he's entering Sector 3. Still good, still good. This seems like a promising lab. Don't do the little fuck up in this area. Alright, no fire. Nothing there. Alright, shall we see what time can he put down? He put down a 1:15.625 and causing him to become 8th in the session. Now Tom is in the dropout zone. And Burbo is as well, so it's Simon. Simon actually got a good lap in as well with a 1:56.74. That's caused Burbo to drop down to the elimination zone. And now Betis is in the danger zone. And Arthur is still not having a time set, which could lead to him being able to not even set a time. But you still have 4 minutes, and this lab is not invalidated, so possibly this lab will be his good lab. Sisu just retired, and Arthur just had enough for a 16th place with a 1:16.275. And currently the people on 12th, 13th and 14th are going on an outlap, which are Milo, Dirosso and Betis. Shall we take a peek at Milo, because he's the first to go over the line? Here goes Milo. Ooh, he had a little bit of grass there that will probably impact his time. And Burbo just retired from the session. He probably thinks he can't do better. And Milo just invalidated his lap time. Now Dirosso just went over the line. And we shall see. And Tom just retired from the session. He probably thinks he can also not improve. Or he crashed, that's also possible, of course. But generally people retiring in qualifying means that they cannot further improve. And there's about 2 minutes left on the clock. So the last people should go now. Or at least within, yeah. So they should go now to actually have one more lap out. And that is what Recycled Afghan is doing. But first we see Dirosso crossing this line. And he did not improve? Doesn't seem like he improved, so... And recycled Afghan is now on his hot lap. Milo has invalidated his lap. Does he have time for another lap? He does have time for another lap. And Will just retired from the session. He was in pits, so it was probably just to retire. Alright. And here comes Cavioro going over the line now, bumping himself into 4th with a 1:15.098. And Arthur is trying to do another outlap, but he won't be able to do that in this time, would he? Unless, oh no, he's crossing the line right now, so he does make it. That's a barely, just barely. So let's see. What can recycled Afghan do? Nothing. Or no, he isn't finished yet. So he just crossed the line just before the 1 second mark. So he probably can do one more lap. Seeing. Let's see if he can make it. And I'm also curious about Arthur since he invalidated his lap again. So Arthur will not be competing in Q2. Now for recycled Afghan, he will also not be competing in Q2. So we have our results then. For the people that are not going to Q2 would be Burbo, Arthur, Tom H, and recycled Afghan. And I will quickly inspect what the reasoning is of my stream outputs. Because it shouldn't be that bad. It's weird. That's for sure. That's one thing. It's weird. I have possibly a thought, so let me bear with me. All right, hoping that that will possibly help. So here we have our results. Oh, my task manager was still open. So here we have our results of Q1. With actually Zizou also not being competing in Q2. Was it because he retired? That's an interesting factor. So we have our eliminatants are Zizou, Birbu, Arthur, Tom H, and recycled Afghan. Those won't go to Q2, and we'll see the rest in Q2. While we load Q2, it's just have the quick question. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all having a splendid weekend so far. Will Ollie have enough to show off that he is another time gonna be the fastest? That's the question, shall we? Shall we see? While everyone is loading in, nice and slowly, we shall see if Ollie has it in him to be another first. Give another first time. Will he go out first? That's the question. Always the question though. Who will go out first? Alright, we're at the track again for Q2. 15 minutes. Let us see who will be the first one to go out. And it's another Red Bull. Red Bull chose again to be the first out. Then a Williams. Then another Red Bull with a Mercedes, and behind there an Alpine. Will it be again Will who is leading the pack in Q2? Yes, it is. Will is the person who is again the first one to leave the pits. Alright, we shall see what times come on the board now. Last queue it was about 1:15. Let's see if we see maybe a 1:14 now. If people are even able to make that. It's something we should see. Right now, Will on a hot lap, being the first on the hot lap. Opening his DRS. Going through the corners. Very nicely. Let's look at it from his onboard. He has so far a purple sector 1. But of course that is currently because he is the first out. So alright, people moving out of his way kindly. That's good. Don't want people to impede hot laps. We all know how that ends. Alright, here we go. The first time of Q2. A 1:15.754. And here comes the rest over the line with a 1:15.980, 1:22.542 for Caronade, 1:16.550 for Caviaro, Estesis with a 1:15 556. And it looks like Betis invalidated his lab. Ollie invalidated his lab. David just had a big spin. Sadly, I couldn't see what happened there. If it was his own fault by maybe catching a bit too much of a curb or something else. Here comes Simon. Simon coming for the next time. Milo, by the way, with a 1:16.583. Simon with a 1:15.767. Then Esfa also drove a 1:15.980. I don't know if I missed that one. What is Alex doing? Did he forget to shift, possibly? Alex with a 1:45.501, but he had some strange behavior. Of course I can make it, so we also can see the tire compounds. Let me just show that. There you go. Let's see if this time he will give a better time than his weird, strange behavior lap where he drove a 1:45.501. Could be that he already had an issue in that lap and that he just gave up at the last minute. This was some strange behavior. Oh, we have an AlphaTauri who possibly crashed in the barrier? Yeah, it does look like it. He didn't put it on the side, so he crashed his tire. But there we go, Alex just drove a 1:16.223, that's more like it. And Ollie, by the way, Ollie again at first with a 1:15.175. So that's an interesting one. Well, I asked, can he do it? And in the end, he did. Here we have David, who is on a hot lap right now. He had a spin earlier. I don't know how that will impact his confidence. Will he still try to get everything out of the car? That's the question. And we will shortly see the answer. Oh! He had a little bit of snapping steer there to get himself corrected straight again, so that will definitely impact his time. It also sounds like he's out of fuel, so he's going into the pits. Then Carenade with a 1:22.542. He did do faster in the previous qualifying, so it could have been traffic or that he was pushing too hard. There we have a purple sector 1. So he was faster than Ollie there, presumably. Will he also get a fastest sector 2? Or will he by accident invalidate? That's also possible, of course. Here comes the answer. Another fastest sector. Will this be the time to sit in the first class right now? Fast last corners. And the answer to the question, if he has it in him to drive a pole time, is no. But he is on mediums though, so he always can. He always can. There's actually quite a few people that would want to start on mediums at this race, so it's an interesting thing. Let's see. David on another outlap. That wouldn't be that interesting. Asfa, currently driving at his 6th place, driving on new mediums, it would seem. I'm curious if it's his best. He drove on a soft compound, so he's probably gonna try and improve his time on mediums, but he couldn't. The people going out this right now for the, because we have 4 minutes and 25 seconds left, would be David, Badis, Resser, and Dirosso, if I'm correct. Because no one of the top 10 DNF'd, so no one of them will go out. So currently, as it would sit, it would be David, Badis, Resser, and Dirosso who will not make it to Q3. And there's still a lot of people who are in the pits, so let's shall see. David is still trying to improve with new softs. He is out on new softs, so let's see. Can he get out of that elimination zone? He did drive the fastest sector too, so it is possible. Milo is also driving now on softs, so people are moving away from the mediums. A little bit of back turning there. And he drove the fastest time of 1:15.126 of David. He's out of the elimination zone. Right now Milo is in the elimination zone. And Milo is actually almost at the finish on his hot lap. So let's see. On board. Will he able to get out of that elimination zone? Here comes the finish. And he is out of the elimination zone with a 1:15.814. Right now, Kevio Rowe is in the elimination zone with a 1:16.550 currently. And new softs. So let's see what he will produce. Although he invalidated his lap time. So he needs to keep it up. Because he has only one more lap to go. I don't think he will be able to make 2 more laps. So next lap needs to be the best of him to be able to see him out of the elimination zone. Right now Tazzy is also driving slow. He will also try to go for a last lap on new softs to see if he can save himself. Darosso is also on new softs. So let's see, shall we? That was Cabio Road that just crashed. That means he won't be able to get out of that elimination zone. But Darosso just got out of that elimination zone with a 116.247. So right now Tazzy still needs to push hard if he wants to get out of that elimination zone right now. And should push Darosso back into the elimination zone if he can. Currently Resser is also out on track with a new fresh set of softs. And he still hasn't set a time. So if no one can improve currently in the... Well, if Tazzy can improve, which he did, with a 114.946. Well done, well done. And Resser, what will Resser do? Because Resser could push Asfa, who just drove a 115.138, so no longer Asfa. He can drive Milo into the elimination zone. So let's keep our eyes peeled. Oh, no, Caronade. Because Darosso just made an improvement. And is Caronade gonna be in the elimination zone? Caronade will be in an elimination zone. And that will probably, that will be the end of Q2 with Caronade, Milo, Kawairo. Really, that name just throws me off. And Bettis being out of Q2 and not going to Q3. Will Alex, by the way, push or not? No, he will go into the pits because it was not needed. Now Tazzy, you invalidated, so you'll probably drive into the pits as well. Is my assumption. But Will DNF'd, so possibly Will also be out. That's actually interesting. That I think Will be out. So, but at least Caronade, Milo, Kawairo, and Betis will not go through Q3. Will is a question. I think he won't either, because he DNF'd or retired. We shall see. No, we'll go to Q3. So it is just Caronade, Milo, Cavioro, and Betis who won't go to Q3. And now we're on the countdown for Q3. Casper. Alright. Thank you. I'll try to remember. It's kind of the hard part of being a commentator, not seeing the actual indication of the name in, for instance, the Discord. Sad to see you go out, by the way. Alright, and now we'll have Q3. Let's just state it. Everyone will probably just go on soft because why not? You get an extra set of softs anyway, so why not go on softs? Well, maybe if you would want to. No, I don't think you can spare a soft tire if I'm correct. But could be wrong. Now we shall see. We're in a loading screen. Who will be Paul? Will it be Ollie? Will it be Caronade? Or was Caronade out? No, Caronade was out. Will it be Ollie or someone else? uh, you probably thought out a whole big plan of what position you wanted to end up as. I guess everyone wants to sit pole, right? Be out of the way of everyone. Regulate the whole act. It's a long loading screen right now. Or is that just me? That probably means someone is either alt-tabbed or... Let me quickly check the Discord. Okay, I'll just quickly reconnect. Thanks, Kevin. I will quickly do that. I don't know why that sometimes is an annoyance. Let me see. I'm sorry, I'm ruining everyone's race. Well, let me just kill F1 there. And then reboot it and join back as a spectator. Let me just ask if it worked. uh, can anyone check if they have a loading screen on their screen? If so, could you either reconnect or something, because currently the lobby is stuck on that specific person. Ah, it isn't a normal day without having some issues with F1 2021, right? Right? uh, Alright. This is gonna be a fun thing to set up. Oh, well, it's fixed, apparently. Apparently it fixed itself. Don't know how, but it did. Let me just quickly join back as a spectator. Alright. Sorry for the inconvenience. As usual. Apparently it took some time or someone Alt F4 or something like that and it got fixed. Don't know how it happened. Because let's just say it's F1 2021. Who trusts that shit? No, just kidding. To be honest, Codemasters haven't been really been able to give us a good game. But we're back, so let's go. Q3. Let's see those times, shall we? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I wanted to press F1, not F2. Fastest lap, tire details, yes please. Okay, everyone on soft, of course. Can someone invite me to this? You disconnected, I assume? I think you should be able to right click and just join back on someone. But I don't think I have you as my friend on Steam. So, sorry. You should be able to... Oh yeah, but I also... What? Okay, weird. Can you not right click someone else off the session and join through them? Should be able to. I joined through Bresser. So... Just right click and it should say join game. So... Then just use the spectator menu to get access to your driver again. Alright, first people on their hot laps. We shall see, we shall see. I forgot the track map. That helps. Alright. Here comes the first time. 115, 439 by Tazzy. And Simon comes with a 115, 288. And Will comes with a 117, 785. Not really the best run for Will. And Asfa comes with a 115.061. Fastest I've seen this session so far going, so we shall see if that was the best lap so far. Ollie is going on his out lap now, on his hot lap actually. He just passed finish, so. There is, here comes Tessie. Going for 114.854. We finally broke the 114! I don't know if we did that last session already. I kinda lost because of the whole issue with the loading. It's possible that we broke that. Alright, Ollie invalidated, so... Oh, David just drove a 114.872. Now Resser will come. And Esfa is also in front of him, going into pit. So, Resser, what will your answer be? A 114.953. Everyone is doing a 114 now. Well, not everyone, but close to it. Nicely done, Resser. Nicely done. Alright, here comes Ollie. Let's see. Will he invalidate this lap? Let's look on board. Oh, yikes. Well, that won't be a happy ending for that lap. Seems to me like Ollie is pushing it a little bit too much. And are people going into the pits? Yes. He invalidated and is going into the pits, then into the pits, and into the pits. So everyone is going into the pits. Except Ollie and Resser also. Resser is coming through the corner. I should look actually. Yes, Resser is going into the pits as well. Ah. Can you not join through him either? Or... Alright, we shall see. Ollie did get a time now, which was the one where he spun out, so... Don't push it too hard this lap, and you'll probably get a good run. Ollie, let's go. Everyone else is vouching for you in pits. Actually, Stacy is coming out for another lap, so... Can you add me real quick? Let me just add you first. Let me just load that up real quick. Come on. Try searching for your friends. There we go. Di Rosso. Not 3 S's, but that's what I thought. There we go. I added you as a friend, so you should be able to join through me. Ollie just got the fastest lap, by the way. A 114.831. So, sorry I kind of missed that. Probably was a good lap. Otherwise, it wouldn't be that high. So, Stacy is going for another lap on new softs. Whereas Will is also on a hot lap right now. Everyone is going on a hot lap again. It's actually pretty early in the session to go in again on a hot lap, but I guess that they want to be ensured of not making a little error. Alright. Stacy is the first one to go over the line after Ollie. So Ollie will probably go into pits. Yeah, Ollie just went into pits. Oh! Stacy just DNF'd. Well, retired. Because he crashed into the wall. He gave it too much. He gave it too much. And Resser just started his hot lap actually. That's my mistake. And here comes Will through the last corner. He didn't push too much, but he did invalidate. So he won't get a time. Well, a newer time. Now it's Simon is coming over the line with no change. So either he invalidated, which I couldn't see, or he just didn't have the time. Tazzy invalidated, so he won't be able to. Now let's see. Resser invalidated. And here we have Alex. Going for another hot lap. And also Will retired as well. Both Red Bull drivers retired. Yikes, that's sad there also. Hope you can fix it before the race. And Alex just made an improvement on his lap time to get a 1:15.300. I love it when people drive like flat 0-0s. Like, it's just always so pleasant to see. Here comes Tazzy. Doesn't seem like any improvement, but I could be wrong. Resser invalidated. Here comes David out on new softs. Ollie is also on new softs. But Ollie seems like he went to the side, so he won't be able to get a lap time improvement. Could have been that he like spun out or something. We shall see if David will get a better lap out. I did see a purple there, so that's great to hear there also. Sad you couldn't set a time in your Q3. And David just got a 1:14.528, causing him to be at the top. Will he keep pole position? I do think so, because Ollie did not improve, because he had a moment where he was to the side. Because he's already on a 1:30 on his steering wheel to see. And Asfa is finished, so Ollie gave up. The only one... No, no one No? Yeah. No one could beat David's time. David is officially on pole. So our first 3 drivers on this start, on the starting grid, is David, Ollie, and Stassi. What a qualifying. What a qualifying. Here we are then with our top 10 of the grid. David on pole, Ollie second, Stassi on third, Asfa on fourth, Resser on fifth, Simon on sixth, Alex on seventh, Will on eighth, and Tazzy on nine. And Rosso sadly couldn't put in a time due to technical difficulties, causing him to be 10th. And now we are 32 laps. 50% race, 32 laps. It's gonna be interesting. 1 minute till session starts. Unless everyone readies up before that, of course. I'm gonna sip a little bit of my water. Gotta stay hydrated. And I just want to give my luck to everyone in the race. Let's bring it all home, shall we? No DNFs. We can always hope for no DNFs. But will it happen? Seems like Zizou had some technical Why am I in a car? I said spectator, right? Oh no, wait, I know why. Fucking... am I last? Please tell me I am last. Why am I oh yeah, because I needed to leave and rejoin, and then apparently it froze you in a car instead of a spectator. Logical. Well, I'm just gonna wait till everyone smoothly sails away and then DNF, I'll retire. I just hope no one is behind me. I really hate that F1 does this way. Zizou has joined back, so that's good. I haven't even set up everything on my like I don't even have my wheel set up, so, and I don't even want to race. I'm a commentator, I'm not racing. What do you mean? I think that's what people would think if they were just randomly been put in this car, like. And here we go. Some issues in front, and I'm gonna retire now. Yes. There we go. There we go. That's how you do it. Rosso already left again, so there's some issue. My session is broken, can't rejoin. Alright, man. Good to know for technical difficulties. I won't count your not being here in the race being part of your attendance thing due to issues. Oh, and we have a spin. David just spun. Will he regain? Where will David end up at? David ends up at 17th. And we just had a nice little bit. Oh! Caronate. Let me just quickly open the tires. No, not the tires. Not the tires. I wanted to look at... Yes, this should be good actually. Let's just keep it on this. Alright. Or what did I change it to? Stops. No. Not. There's so many changes going on. There we go. No. What? Don't say that I'm desyncing, right? Oh my god. What the hell is going on? Yours is nail. That's good to know. Alright, seems like things are evening out again. And Dairosso is catching up to Caronate. Zizou and Burbo are having a weird fight, and everyone just dropped down. Okay, I think I might be desynced, I think. What the hell? What is going on? Arthur just retired. I don't know what has happened. He retired. Where? I don't know. David is going into the pits. Interesting move to go so early, so that either I was pressing the wrong button. So that either means... Why is he standing so long in the pits? He doesn't have a... No, no one has a penalty. Why is he standing so long in the pits? Alright, this is weird. I'm having so much issues right now. Yeah. Restart is necessary. Alright, if my Steam wouldn't even work. Division F1 T1 restart necessary. Why can't I type? Thank you, I guess. That's close enough. Necessary. Due to weird behavior on stream. And we're migrating host. Alright, this is a weird thing. Let me just quit. Um. All right. Da. Cleaning up stuff. Oh, it's always fun. Join lobby. All right. Let's join. There we go. Let me quickly open my the Twitch so I can grab the actual grid lineup. It will take a second because for some reason everything is slow. Video producer. Watch. That should be the VOD. Just mute the VOD because otherwise you guys will have some issues with sounds. Around here, I think. No, that's already inside of the race. I wish I had a list of what the actual I can always there we go. I need to manually grab top 10 and then 15 and then that is only the question if people actually alt-tabbed will. Generally we can't quite know because let's just say so quickly. That was when it was loading Q3. That was the issues right there. Alright, while the session is being set up, I just provided with the whole list of where everyone is. Alright. But I don't quite know. I don't know if it actually works that way of setting the grid up first and then the map, but yeah. Custom grid is pretty annoying to set up anyway because it's just so starting grid random. It's really annoying. Like it's also the thing like one thing and it fucks up. Like it's really a pain. Lobby updated. Let's. Can you quickly check if? Well, I always forget. You cannot quickly check if the starting grid is correct when you say. It's really annoying that you can't check the starting grid after you saved it. Like you can't check for errors. Like it's always the last thing that you technically should do to set up. It's such a tedious process. It's also a tedious process in like sprints. That's why we only do it in tier 1s. Because of the process, it's just slow. Like everyone who has used it in the past knows how much of a pain it can be to set up this custom grid. It's just the list of all the people who has joined and that you need to order correctly, and then when you save and then reopen it, it's no longer in the same order. No, it's in random order again. It's so weird. Like they should have fixed that. You have 18 people. Did we lose one along the way? What are we missing? Wait, the best way to check that is, I know that the Mercedes is not there. The second Austin. Oh no, we had 18 people. I'm correct actually. No, that's correct. I was wrong. I forgot we had 18 people, not 19, because the last minute that one dude went to declined. So we're just waiting for the green light of our host. So If we start now, it would probably like be extended in total by 15 minutes, like we went a little bit longer, 15 minutes, which can happen sometimes. I don't know if we're going yet, but the house is not readied up yet, so still waiting on the host to ready up. Everyone is just probably looking at the screens, looking at the host whenever there's the green check mark to instantly press enter. Oh, that would be so funny to actually see in real life. Could be that the host is actually still setting up the custom grid. That's actually possible as well, because it's such an annoying process, as Taz said. We're slowly waiting for the or for the host to ready up. And he has readied up, so that means everyone can ready up. Let's go, let's go, let's go! That means the grid should be correct. And if it isn't, it's his fault, not mine. I actually gave him the actual list, so if the grid is fucked up, it's not my fault. Not my fault. Nah. I trust in my admins to do it correctly. And otherwise they'll have a big word after the race with me. Alright. Here we go! Dun 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 dun. Yeah, don't forget setups and tires. People that made it in Q2. Don't forget those. Oz, it's already been remade. See, I did count 19 people. See? I was wrong there. Alright, here we go! Lights out and away we go! Alright. That's such... Alright. Seems like everything is evening out now. Heavier Casper probably spun out. Seems like it. Arthur already DNF'd. Virtual safety car. It's a virtual safety car. Dazzy was spinning under the virtual safety car, so I'll be fucked. It doesn't seem fucked on my end. But I could be wrong. Let me check Burbo. Should be behind Resser. Actually, no. He is behind Resser, but let me check. I can't really tell if someone has connection issues, but all I can tell is that David is driving like a normal person. Like, that there's no issues, and I don't know if you're in 12th place, Resser. Should be, I don't know if you are there, to be honest. Let me just ask. So far, we only have 2 DNFs, so it's pretty clean. Possibly 1 desync. Rusher just did drive the fastest lap, which is interesting. Maybe he just reconnected, like regained control or something like that. That his desync got fixed or something. It's weird. Anyhow, Ollie is getting close to the Red Bull. And Milo just lost his position to Caronate. Here goes Caronate again on the inside corner there. And passing Recycled Afghan, who is in the pits. We shall see. Darosso just got a 3-second time penalty for probably corner cutting. Tom H just went in the pits for softs. Recycled Afghan went in the pits for soft as well. quickly check. Alex W. Alex is getting closer to Will, which is gonna be an interesting fight if he gets there. Stassi just got a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. That's why you shouldn't corner cut people. Oh, Andy spun out. Yeah, he spun out. Dropping him to 11th place. Where Milo is getting close to Carinate again. Will he able to pass him? That was real close to the gravel. Oh, and we have a yellow flag. I think that was a Williams. Was interesting. Ooh, Milo going real wide there. That lost him some time. And Stassi is going into the pits. Probably got damage after that spin. Whereas Ollie is getting closer to Milo now. Probably because Milo went that wide. And Alex is getting close to Will. But that gap is already being distant. Distant? Further. Weird. Words. Whereas Ollie is taking the curves real rough and looking on the inside of Milo and having that position. Milo is looking on the left side of Ollie to check if he can pass, but no, he backed out of that. Also went wide, so he'll probably lose that position there to Ollie now. And Ollie just spun. Ollie tried a little bit too hard and Milo did touch him. He drove, well, not touch him as being a cause of it, but touch him by driving over his front wing because Ollie wasn't ghosted yet. And Batis is fighting now with Milo because Milo wants to get that position back, and Stassi is getting close to Casper. And Ollie just passed Milo because Milo went into the pits because he got probably wing damage when Ollie spun out. Which is an unfair pit, but... Oh, and Ollie just went real wide in through the gravel, and Stassi is fighting Casper. Casper is currently still pulling the longer end, but... Oof, that was a bit of a closing door there. But Stassi's did get him. We shall see if that will be reported into a ticket later. And Stassi just... Did Stassi just... Oh god. Let the lag be inbound. Stassi just disconnected. He lost a connection, so... Could be that things start to run stabler now, or not. It's possible, because we all know what happens when migrating host happens. Seems to be that the migration so far went pretty smooth, and Rosso is getting close to Carinade. But it seems like Darosso, because he went through that gravel, he couldn't keep up anymore. As Darosso just got a 3-second time penalty due to corner cutting. Milo is on 0 lap softs, so probably just had a pit stop. Alright, man. That's a bit weird. But we did migrate hosts, so it's possible that maybe it got fixed now, but so we shall see. That's why I don't trust migration of the host, because that's why I want the hosts to have a stable internet, but so far it doesn't seem that way. And Milo just got a fastest lap with a 117. And no one is actually fighting for position as we speak. The closest would probably be Will with David. In the distance you can see David there. Alex being into the pits. So everyone will probably, there we go, Karane just passed Alex. Darossa will pass Alex. I think he will end up right 6th? Yeah, 6th he will end up at. Because he won't be in front of Ali probably. Or I'm wrong. He will be 8th? Yeah, there we go. He has become 8th. Currently on 11 laps of the 32, and Simon is actually either disconnected or desynced. Or I'm desynced. It's also possible. Over the course of this race and this whole weekend, just general, it's really iffy. Alex being within 1 second of Resser. To me, it doesn't seem stable, but I could be wrong. I will quickly have a check of what people are stating. Yeah, I did see your message, Stacy, but I'm also just generally checking in general. Yeah, alright. So far, in my opinion, there's a lot of issues. Alright, uh, hopefully next week better. Alright. Alright, so this race will just be counted as for fun because of all the issues being being there, bugs and desyncs and whatever, because some people are having a lot of issues. And it's just painful to also watch because people are just teleporting all over the track. So I'm sorry for if this is your first time joining in at AARL the streams, and I'm sorry that this is probably one of the worst races we've ever had. Well, actually no, I think Bahrain's first season was probably the worst, but besides that it was pretty rough, and I will keep going to commentate with this race because there are some interesting things like David coming up on Will, and the question is, will defend it? will defend it? Oh, Alex. Oh yeah, Caronade is in the pits, that's why Alex passed. So Darosa will not pass him because, oh, Will just went out of the track. Really wide and losing. Well, he got a penalty for it, so. They are on 15 lap old softs that can go in there, like towards their bad way, but we shall see. Will is going into the pits, so he will give the position to David. He does have enough space to Alex, so he will keep it in second position, although he does have penalties. Don't know how many of those penalties he needs to serve. I think it's only 5 seconds. And he's already driving out. So he will keep the position of second place. And Burbo is getting close to Ollie. going really wide, losing time there, but the question is... Oh, there's a yellow flag in Sector 2. Did David? Oh yeah. I think that was David that spun out or something. So David needs to probably... Oh, Burbo is still fighting with Ollie. He had a chance, but sadly Ollie had the upper hand, and Alex just DNF'd. Alex DNF'd in the gravel pit that we just passed. I was like P3. Oh no! Yeah, those things happen. Oh! What just happened there? Did Ollie miss his braking zone there and broke just way too late, so he needed to go off track, and that's how Burbo passed? That's really lucky for Burbo. Oh, but Burbo just spun. So recycled Afghan will probably take that position. There he goes. Yes, he took that position, and Ollie also took that position. Going into the pits. Sorry for that alt tab. Need to quickly respond to someone. I really should have done it actually on my phone. But Milo passing Burbo and Ollie. Ollie also went into the pits. Will is actually back in the lead because David needed to pit. And Caronade is actually coming up on David. Having DRS. And using all of his ERS while Ollie is an AI, so... Oh, whoa! What the f... What just happened there? I think Caronade was caught off guard by that AI. Causing him to steer into David. Is something that happened. Yeah, Ollie, I think it's been a lot of desync. Alright, let's see. So... Casper's just making donuts. Casper already gave up, it would seem like. Well, I did say make it a fun race, and come on, who doesn't love a race without donuts? Alrighty. Betis is going close to Caronade, but Caronade disconnected, so... We'll probably make sure he'll get it because of the AI driving and controlling him. There he goes. And Casper is doing a lot of spins again. And there's 12 laps left, so... And a lot of penalties, but to be honest, that wouldn't surprise me due to all the bugs and desyncs. And Bottas just passed person that's in the back, and Rosso just DNF'd. Oh yeah, Rester passed Cabernet, which is an AI now, so... You gotta love bugs, you know? Ollie and Burbo are still fighting. Although it seems like Burbo is an AI. Or at least desynced. Casper is still just doing donuts. Okay. Darosso apparently changed to wets. Oh, you got disqualified. Yikes. Casper got disqualified for driving in the wrong direction. Alright, Ollie is catching up to Tom. And past Tom. Because Tom went into the gravel. Oh, hard tires are so hard to manage, aren't they? See you next week, Casper. So yeah, again for the audience, this race will be marked as invalid and will be marked as a fun race. We just move on to the next race because this race was full of bugs and desyncs. I'll probably need to look into the Codemasters forums if there's probably posted something there to see if there has been any issues. Otherwise, it could have also just been our session with some unluck. Like 2 or 3 times in a row. I have 5 minutes footage. Like that's right there. That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff, Casper. Oh. Ollie fighting with recycled Afghan. Will he pass him? will not pass him, but he does have DRS. But it seems like it. Did sound like he didn't use it though. Alright. Anything exciting happening? Oh, Rester just DNF'd. Speeding in the pit lane. He didn't get disqualified. Did he just speed and crash right into the pit wall? I'm unsure. But could be wrong. Oh, David getting close to Will, but Will's disconnected or desynced. So he will probably get the first position. Also, I will just interview people even if they are desynced or disconnected. So. Simon is actually 1 minute and 38 seconds behind. Damn. And that there are people behind him is that's just insane. In the meantime, Ollie is catching up to recycled Afghan again. Milo is pitting to softs. Oh yeah, why not just go off track? I know, Will, because I'm the one who said it. That I cancelled it. I'm just doing commentary for fun. And now all the timings are gone. Five more laps. Recycled Afghan getting close to Ollie. Oof! And he just spun himself. Although that was weird. So either one of them is just desynced completely because neither one really had any impact of that, so... Or they're just both fully desynced, that's possible too. In the meantime... you don't see him on the track. Okay, so... Either you're desynced or he is desynced, so... On your screen, you're alone? Oh my god. Well... You're not alone! Ollie is just thinking, I'm walking a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Oh, Milo is fighting with Tom. And he drove the fastest lap. And he teleported forward. Don't you just love it when drivers teleport? Oh, Betis is getting close to Will. Will keep his second place. The answer is will not. Oh, will. The funny thing of having an AI drive, they are just ignoring everything, like, doesn't matter for them. Looks like everyone is just desynced, doesn't it? Like, it only looks like this patch made it worse for some people, like Carnate is fully desynced. David is actually not desynced on my end. Stacy is desynced. Carnate is desynced. He's getting a front wing. Oof, will Carnate get the finish? Then Carnate needs to be in my channel. Question is, but Betis is also, I think Betis is actually going for the fastest lap, trying to grab the fastest lap. Because he went for softs the last 2 laps, so he probably wants to go for the second fastest lap. Yeah, I'm still live just for fun, alright? I'm just having some fun with the most broken lobby in AARL history. To be honest, I think it's actually worse than Bahrain Season 1, now that I think of it. Although in Bahrain Season 1, most people died. So... well, yeah, I did state it has to be a fun race, so... I quite enjoy myself. Just looking at all these overtakes by the AI and people that are desynced, or people that are actually still racing, because there are some people that are actually still driving. Yeah. It's been a while, Season 1. 3 seasons already. That was at the start of the... that was September last year, Season 1. They should, because you shouldn't be able to join a session with a different update. It actually states that they run a different game update then. So shouldn't be possible. So either the update broke it more, 2 is we're just unlucky, or 3 there's just something wrong with um, having status host, a statsy host, but we need to look into it. First things first, after the race, I'm just gonna quickly go look at the Cody's forums just to check if there has been some issues. Yeah, I can understand, but whenever you look at this, like, whenever I see this, like, the only thing I can say is, like, there's so many desync that I can't really call it a fair race. So, like, at least these people, these two are actually racing right now. They are actually fighting. These are right now fighting. But then this happens, for instance, it just teleports and teleports back, which is just weird. Also, David is just also driving on his own. Will is desynced. And you have Caronade who is desynced. Oof. He got lucky there. Oh, no. Did he? Well, if it would have been a real race, he would have gotten 5 seconds penalty for resetting to track. But look at Tazzy. Tazzy is also desynced. Yeah, Simon is desynced, Caronade is desynced, Tazzy desynced, Desi desynced, and you have, yeah, there we go. That was a race, so. A lot of people just desynced and it wouldn't be fair. That's what I called a well done race. Uh, you're funny, Casper, you're funny. Well, at least we get 3 copies of F1 2021. Don't think that you would want it right now. I don't know. There happened so much on this race, couldn't really keep up. The same thing with the start, like, as a commentator, I feel like, as a person who never really commentated, I feel like I've done a pretty good job because... But at the start it was just so tough, like, who do you need to focus on? Like, come on, it's so hard. Oh my god, what a race. I will need to scroll through this. Yeah, copies of F1 2021. What if you don't want it right now because the game is really bad right now? Alright, thanks everyone, good race. So I want David, Will and Caronade in my interviews channel. Add David, add Caronade, add Will, hashtag interview. Quickly. Kill F1 2021. There we go. We have Will waiting in the interview. Well, I did state, I think On stream at least. I don't know if you were there at least, but I did say that on stream that I would do the interviews anyway. But I'll uh, I'll start first with our P3 driver.
Hey,
Hello, Will. Congratulations with your P3.
I had the pace to win the race if I hadn't left.
Ah, yeah.
But yeah, sad.
Painful race. It
Yeah,
also pretty sad that it went this way.
yeah. Fuck Codemasters. That's all I have to say.
I can understand. I will look into the forums to see if the what the status of this update and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
but
Honestly, the
don't
game was
get
a
your
lot.
hopes up, I would say.
The game was a lot better with the beta branch than this shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Could have also been our host, but we will
Yeah,
look into
maybe.
it in the future. Hoping
Yeah,
maybe to switch out the host for next race and see how that feels then. But
yeah.
go through with us. Like, how did you get the P3 where you are right now?
Well, I actually got to P2. I was really catching David, and we were battling it out actually before I left. We were like we did like 13 laps on softs. Uh, yeah, my tires were pretty worn. I pitted, and David stayed out, but he spun on his in lap. And basically, I was in the lead with like 20 seconds spare. And then Statsev wrote to me on Steam and said we canceled the race, so I left.
Ah, all right.
So
Yeah,
yeah, I basically, if I hadn't left, I would have won the race.
yeah, your AI there really got it in there for a P3 at least.
Yeah,
But good racing nonetheless. Really had some nice
I was
uh
battling with the Williams as well. I didn't remember who it was exactly.
there was like probably either Karenade or Alex.
Alex, I think, yeah. But
Yeah, Alex
yeah, the start, I didn't know what the fuck was real. Honestly, I didn't know if I was desynced or everybody else around me was desynced. It was so bad.
yeah, it was real bad.
But yeah, just somehow managed to not get spun around.
Really proud
But
for you, and not gonna lie, I did vouch for you. Like when you were running that P1 when David spun, I was thinking, yeah, he'll probably make it.
yeah,
But sad to say, 0 points though.
yeah, 0 points
You
for everyone.
you proud with your 0 points?
Yeah, I would have wanted to win, but yeah,
Even then you would have got the 0 points. So anyhow, thanks for joining me in the host booth,
yeah.
and see you next race.
See, yeah.
Let me see if Mr. David wants to join in. Otherwise, I'm gonna just drag him in here. I have that power anyway. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Otherwise, I'll just message him first. Hey man, caps lock. Hey man, waiting for an interview with the. Alright, let's see if he responds to that. Can you give this trophy of this thing to David? I will. I will. Doesn't seem like he doesn't do much. Yeah. What about Karenade? Is he still on? Yeah, he is still on. At Karenade. Interview? Doesn't seem like anyone is interested in an interview with me. Feels bad. I will wait for 2 more minutes, like till 30, and if no one has responded either for an interview or anything, I'll probably stop the stream and just state that they just walked out of the paddock after that monstrosity of a race. Yeah, me being alone in the Twitch booth. I really could do with maybe a second commentator to really keep things going, you know? I don't really have someone that wants to talk. Like most talkative people are mainly on the grid. Ah, he's got off, by the way, I think. Damn. Yeah, then that could fill the silences when I have the silence, you know. Um, it seems like no one wants to join. Well, I can always hop in. Let me just hop in the Ferrari radio real quick. Hopefully they aren't doing something spicy, you know. Sorry for barging in.
Hello.
Hello, David. I asked for you to for an interview.
Didn't read the chat in
Ah,
a while
yeah. So go through it with me. Like, how did you get the P1? How did you?
because everyone disconnected.
Well, you did have what was it behind you? Um,
I just finished because I wanted the battle pass points.
the battle
Nothing more.
pass points.
That
All right, all
that
right.
apart from that, that was a waste of time.
It
To be
certainly was.
to the race being cancelled because one guy. Yeah, okay.
It wasn't one guy.
Yeah, yeah,
But
it's
he
not
was the
your
host and
fault
he
at all.
had the problems.
Look, we could have continued racing because everyone was spread out on the track, so like incident would not happen.
So have you looked at the stream, Kevin?
Yeah, I had the stream.
Yeah, on my end it wasn't good either.
Like what?
Everyone was just teleporting and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, not for me.
So
And for me neither. So
So, definitely what something as staff we are going to look at.
Yeah, but
So
still, if it was desync, we spent like 2 hours on this. At least we should. Now we cannot do this because Stas told everyone to leave. But if he didn't, we should have got points, even though it was desync.
well,
Because
it was my call to make anyway. So
yeah, but we spent fucking 2 hours on this shit.
I can
And now
understand the
now to
frustrations.
call this a fun race. Yeah, super fun.
I called it out at 15 laps, by the way.
Yeah, but you still commented, so I
Yeah, I did
seen it.
still commentate because I just wanted to make it a little bit fun. But I can understand your frustrations, and we'll definitely look at it from a staff team perspective.
Should just continue it and after the race take a decision
Yeah,
instead
maybe.
of doing this if because I don't know. Yeah, I can go in here. This was the only problem I had. Nothing a big deal because I needed to pit because I started with wrong tires.
Alright.
People overtaking me during
Yeah,
safety.
that's what my only problem too. That people were overtaking.
Yeah,
nothing else.
possibly because they were desynced and they didn't have a safety car
Yeah,
on
but
their end.
like, was it many incidents with desync?
In
We
the end,
actually we don't know because people just left and people were just spinning around because they had nothing to do.
like I did see about 4 or 5 people in the end that just either
Yeah, but the
disconnected
Caronade
or
thing with
desynced.
David, he turned into him only because it was the end and everyone could leave. So people were driving shit in the end because yeah, no one cares.
Yeah,
You,
it's
you
something we
don't
need
get
to look at anyway. But thank you for your opinion, Kevin. All right, so thanks everyone for watching the stream. Sadly, couldn't get a hold of Karanate because he left, but hopefully next race will be better. And as a staff perspective, there are some things we need to look at and stuff like that. So we'll keep you up to date, and hopefully tomorrow's race, Tier 2, will also be better. That's something we shall see. Sadly, I won't be there to stream it, and I don't know if someone else will. So, could be that that won't be streamed. But thanks everyone for watching the fun race of Italy and Imola. And I see you all in the future race.